Hi there, welcome. Today we are going to do a little chest lift series, really focusing on that core control, breathing, all that good stuff. It's raining pretty hard on my tin roof, so hopefully you can hear the rain in the background. Be soothed by it, and also maybe some big trucks coming by. So let's get started. Laying down on your mat in a hip, knee, second toe alignment. So hip bone, knee, second toe. Keeping your head down for this first little bit. We're just going to warm up the pelvis, warm up the breathing. So starting with some pelvic tilts. So inhale, arching through the low back, increasing the space between the low back and the mat. Exhale, imprinting, feeling that low belly draw in. Let's add in a little bit of arms with the breathing. So as you arch, you're going to inhale and open the arms nice and wide, wiggling the fingers away, and then exhale, imprinting and bringing the hands towards each other. Inhale into the back of the lungs as you arch. Exhale, imprinting the spine towards the mat. The ribs expand outwards as you inhale and stretch the arms across, and then exhale. Feeling that low belly draw in, ribs hug in, warming up those intercostal muscles between the ribs. One more here. Inhaling, expanding into the back, and exhale, drawing that low belly, ribs together. From here, we're going to do a couple bridges, just because it feels nice on the spine, letting everything kind of realign. Inhale to tilt, exhale to imprint. Continue with that imprint and peeling the spine away, lifting the tail, vertebrae by vertebrae. At the top, taking an inhale. If you need to readjust the heels, do so. And exhale, softening collarbone, breastbone, jaw down as you slowly roll down. And this is a great thing that you can do any time of the day, anytime you're down on the floor. Inhale to arch, exhale to imprint. And if you feel any stickiness or spots where the spine kind of gets stuck, you feel like, just stay there and take an extra breath. Inhaling at the top, exhale, softening, slowly rolling down, firing up those little multifidi muscles that surround the vertebrae, getting them kind of ready to stabilize. Last one, inhaling at the top, exhaling to soften and slowly roll down. Good. From there, let's come into our chest lift. So finding neutral spine, and we're going to warm up the upper back, upper spine, neck, that sort of thing. Taking an inhale to prepare with the hands behind your head, cradling the hands like a little hammock at the base of the skull. Inhaling, exhale to lift up, letting the eyes come to the top of the knees, keeping that spine in neutral. Inhaling to lower, exhale to lift. So we're just warming up the upper back, warming up that engagement through the upper torso, through the ribs, and getting that low belly engaged in this lifting motion. Inhaling into the back of the lungs, exhaling, ribs funnel. Inhale, controlling down, exhale to lift. We're going to add a little bit of twisting through the upper body, still keeping the spine in neutral. Inhale, exhale, reaching one hand across towards the opposite knee. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. So as you're reaching, this is a slow motion, just really lengthening out the lower, getting that rib engagement as you lift. Checking in with the pelvis, making sure that the hips aren't dipping from side to side. So you're keeping equal pressure in the hips as you come into this lifting, crossing motion. Exhale. So the tendency might be as you reach one way, the opposite hip kind of dips down towards the mat. But we're trying to strengthen those little muscles, controlling those little muscles, and not letting them take the path of least resistance. Last one here. Holding down. And for this next bit, we're going to warm up the low belly and keep the head down. So sometimes I like to put my hand on my low belly just to kind of get that feedback of encouraging that engagement. So inhale to prepare, exhale, keeping the hips even and equal as you exhale and bring the leg up to 90. Inhale, exhale. Gentle flex of the pinky toes towards the knees. Taking an inhale to lower and tap one heel towards the mat. Exhale to come up. Other leg. So we're going to alternate here. Inhaling, controlling the lower. Exhale, lift. So as you're lowering and lifting here, if you feel like your low back is arching away from the mat, lessen your range. So only coming about halfway into your lower or just holding. So because this is a really important movement to master, control with the control through the spine. So we want to keep neutral spine as we're moving the legs in space, because the next exercises will just build off of this. Last one. If you need to take a break, bring your feet to the mat, reset. Inhale, exhale the legs to 90. Hands come behind your head. Taking an inhale to prepare, and starting with one leg, we're going to exhale and extend the leg. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more here. Making sure that the hips stay even and equal as you're extending. So you're adding up asymmetry through the lower half, and the hips might have the tendency to want to tip to one side, but try to resist that, putting a little bit more pressure through that bent knee side. Last one, we're going to hold at the top with that leg straight. You can bring the leg down at any time, taking an inhale and lowering the leg, staying in that chest lift for a little bit of endurance. Exhale to lift. If your leg is still at 90, that's great. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling into the back of the lungs. Exhale, connect through the front of the ribs. Inhale, smiling at your knee, wherever it is, if your foot's on the ground. Good. Keeping that spine in neutral. If you start to feel like it's arching, definitely bring the leg down. Last one. Good. Back to 90. Inhale, lowering down. And exhale to lift again. Now adding in that arc. Inhale to arc down. Exhale to lift. This is the last set in this little series. And if your leg needs to come to the ground, that's okay. And exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Last two. And last one. From there, legs come down. And give a little rock side to side with the legs. Good. With this, you can either come up into a chest lift here, or the head can be down. And if the head is down, you can bring the hands to the low belly just to encourage that low belly to engage. We're going to take an inhale and exhale, tap both heels out wide towards the outside of the mat, or just kind of wider than midline. Inhale to come in, exhale to come out. So the range here is, it can be as whatever you can control. So if you feel like you're having a hard time controlling the low back as you tap the heels out, make the tap smaller. And also, if you'd like, you can bring the head up into a chest lift. Sometimes this is actually easier than keeping the head down, but you can play around with both and just getting those small, controlled movements. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other. If you get mixed up on the breath, that's okay. You're still kind of intentionally breathing and getting that engagement. Last one. Good. And then holding there, coming all the way down. I'm going to spin around. You don't have to, but just so you can see this other side. So let's take our legs to 90 on an exhale. Perfect. Hands behind your head, taking an inhale and exhale. Extend that leg long. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift, maintaining that neutral spine. As the leg extends, the other foot can always be down if you're having a hard time controlling neutral. Inhale, exhale, feeling that low belly draw in, equal through both sides of the hips. Last one, we're going to hold in the chest lift and then just lower and lift the leg. I like to exhale to lift the leg. If you get mixed up, just making sure that that low back is controlled. Nice. Last three. And last one. Back in, lowering the head, taking an inhale to lower one leg down, and then exhale to chest lift up. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. If you feel like the hip flexors are kicking on at any time, bring that other leg down. We don't really want them to overly engage throughout these exercises. Working in the range that you can control. And every day might be different. So if one day you feel like you were able to do it, but today you can't, that's all right. So last one, hold at the top, take an inhale, and then lower both legs down. Nice. From there, taking a little rock side to side, and I'm going to start in a chest lift with these taps. Inhale, exhale, holding the chest lift, keeping neutral. Inhale, exhale, tapping the heels wide. Inhale, exhale. Good. And you can even, if you're in that lifted position, but you really want that low belly to kind of get the hands there to encourage the engagement, bring the hand there, still supporting the head, or bringing the head all the way down to the mat. Last three. Smiling at the knees, releasing any tension through the jaw. And last one. Hold the heels wide here, and you're going to bring the knees towards each other. If they can touch, that's great. If they can't, just kind of feel like they're internally rotating. Lower the chest, both hands behind the head, taking an inhale, exhale, and we're just going to reach side to side here. In this little different hip position, leg, hip, that sort of thing. Just getting a little bit more work. The legs are really supported, so you can focus on that engagement through the ribs. Last one. And head down. Last series here. Taking an inhale, exhale, bring one leg up. Inhale, exhale, bring the other leg up. And if this is too much, you can always bring your feet to the ground. But for the taking an inhale and exhale back through center. So I'm rocking the knees side to side here. And my hip is lifting, so as I rock to the right. My left hip lifts, but it's controlled. So I'm not letting gravity push me around. I'm controlling as gravity wants to kind of pull on my legs. Good. If the legs are down, if your feet have to be down, you can rock the knees side to side here. Just really kind of making that intentional engagement to use the side body to bring the legs up. Last two here. And last one. Good job. All right, legs down, and now we get to do a diagonal stretch. So bringing the knees off to one side again. We're opening the hands, looking at your hand as you turn the head. Exhale to bring the knees across, looking the opposite direction, almost feeling as though you can wiggle the fingers away from the hand that you're looking at, or wiggling your fingers away from your shoulder of the hand that you're looking at. Good. One more each side. Just allowing this freedom of movement. Inhaling into that side body. Exhaling to bring the knees across. Wiggling away. Inhaling to the opposite side. And exhale. Perfect. From there, coming on up. Nice job. If you have any questions, comments, all that good stuff, give me a shout. I love hearing from you, and I can't wait to see you next time. All right, enjoy your day. Bye.